I've been doing magic for 30 years. I'm a British champion of magic, and yet I saw a card trick the other day that absolutely floored me. I've learnt it, I've shown it to professionals, I've shown it to beginners. Pretty much everyone I've shown it to lose their minds. The reactions are insane. So grab a deck of cards, because this might be the easiest trick that gets you the biggest reactions you've ever had. All right guys, look at how fair this looks. So the cards are freely shuffled up, freely mixed and shuffled up, and you say to the spectator, just say stop wherever you want. So they can stop you, say they stop there, right? They've got a free choice. You say, okay, we're gonna put these three cards off to the side. Hopefully they will be important later, but for now, you give the cards back to the spectator and they shuffle the cards up. So they give these cards a really good shuffle, and they can genuinely do any shuffle they want here, guys. The main thing is that these cards are really well shuffled and mixed. So now you have them just reach in and take any card. They've got a free choice. Let's say they choose this card, 6 of clubs. You're going to have the card put back, and it's put back in the fairest way. So they literally put the card in like this. These are thrown on top. There's no breaks, there's no controls. These cards can be freely handled, they can be freely mixed up. It looks so fair and honest. And actually, even the spectator can mix these cards as well, right? So the cards are mixed up, thoroughly shuffled, and you say to the spectator, do you remember at the start when you shuffle these cards, and then you also took out the 3 prediction cards? Well, for the first time now, I think these are going to be important. So, would you like to count these cards or spell them? Now they've got a totally free choice. Let's say they say spell, more impressive, right? You say, okay, choose any card. So let's say they go with this one. You say, fantastic. The Ace of Diamonds, great card. What I'd like you to do is to take the cards and to spell out the word Ace of Diamonds, dealing a card for each letter, and they spell out ACEOFDIAMOND, and on the letter S is their selected card. It is a super clean trick. There's hardly any sleight of hand. It's very easy. There's minimal setup. You guys are gonna love this. Let's get into it. So the magician that fooled me was Sean Devine, and if you've not seen his channel here on YouTube, you want to check it out. He's got some awesome stuff. But his version used a 13 card stack and a crimp. Both of those things give me nightmares. I don't want to mess with those. So I got rid of the 13 card setup, I got rid of the crimp. Now there's a small 3 card setup you can get into very easily, and the whole trick is super easy to do. Also, stick around until the end of the explanation when I'll teach you a secret way that I do it that means you can do it from a shuffle deck and there's no setup whatsoever. Quick reminder guys that at the moment there's a Black Friday sale on my website, mymagiccourse.com. All of my professional courses are 50% off. I don't do sales, I do 1 a year, and this is it. So if you've been waiting for the perfect time to get some new tricks and up your skills in magic, then grab a discount while you can. 50% off everything. And if you want my recommendation, the best deal on there is the VIP Magic Mastery Bundle. You get 2 beginners courses and 2 masterclasses, so you've got a full range of beginner, intermediate, and advanced magic. So check it out. I'll put them in the description, I'll pop them on the screen. But right now, we're gonna get into this one. Grab a deck of cards, let's get into it. So guys, if you like the trick, hit the like button, and if you think it's a banger, write banger in the comments down below. So I've reduced this whole setup down to only 3 cards. So very simple setup, and also stick around until the end of the explanation while I'll teach you the way that I do it, which is how to do it from a shuffle deck, completely impromptu, and there's no setup at all. But for now, let's show you the principle. So the 3 cards that you're gonna need are the 7 of Hearts, the 3 of Spades, and the Ace of Diamonds. Now, this is originally Max Maven's trick, and this whole thing is genius. The reason why we use these 3 cards is because the total adds up to 11, but also each one of these cards spells with 13 letters. Now, not so amazing right now, but when we get to the end of the explanation, you'll see why this is absolutely genius. But for now, remove these cards. Also, you need a key card. Now, you think of a key card like, looking at the bottom card and cutting it on top of the selected card. I'm about to upgrade every single key card trick that you do by using this. This is very subtle. It's a pencil dot key card. So in other words, if you burn it really closely, you can see I've got a pencil dot up here in this corner and down here in this lower corner. Now, the pencil dots are prominent so that you can see it if you're looking for it, but if you're not looking for it, you'd never see it, okay? And it's a very
beautiful way to mark a card. So the way that you do that is just get your playing card, get a pencil, hence the name pencil dot, and just mark the upper left and the lower right corners of the card like this, just very subtly. So you can see it, nice and faint. For the purpose of the explanation, I'm going to use this as my pencil dot card so you guys can follow the trick. Obviously, when you're doing the trick, use your pencil dot, but for now, I'm going to use that so you can follow it. And your pencil dot key card is just in the middle of the deck. Now, generally, I have a pencil dot key card in every single deck that I do, so it just makes for a very easy key card. And the reason why that's so brilliant is that normally with a key card principle, you need to turn the cards face up, right? With the pencil dot, you don't. You can just spread the cards face down like this, and you can cut it to any position very easily, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So, start with your 3 setup cards on top, and you're ready to begin. Now, we want to give the cards a shuffle and just keep these on top. The way that we do that is, if you do it in the hands riffle shuffle, the cards are on the top right now, they're over here. So I just shuffle faster with this hand. So then I end up with a bunch of cards here, these drop on top, and so you've now not disturbed your setup. Another way to do that is if you want to do an overhand shuffle version, just turn the cards face up like this, shuffle into your other hand, shuffle about half the cards. When you're happy, just throw these back underneath. Okay, and it just means you've given the cards a quick casual mix, you still got your setup on top. Now we're going to get into the trick. So you're going to do a little move here. You're going to shuffle the cards and ask the spectator to say stop, and you're just going to be doing a back slip. So in other words, what I'm doing is I'm slipping these 2 cards off together as I start the shuffle. Okay, so these 2 cards are coming off together like this. Now you don't see it because my hand's this, and that front card is covering the back card, but really these 2 cards are coming off together like so. So I start the shuffle like this and then continue shuffling, and you ask the spectator to say stop. When they say stop, you're just going to turn both piles face down like this. This is the original top half, so you're going to go 1 from this half, 1 from this half, 1 card from this half, and 1 card from this half. And it's got this sort of random energy about it, but we'll just use these 3. And it looks really scatty and random, but what you've done now is you've forced your 3 prediction cards for later. Okay, so they go off to the side, you say, we'll get back to those in a second. You hand the deck out for the spectator to shuffle. Loads of bits on my mat today. So you have them shuffle the cards like so. When you get the cards back, you're going to be looking for your key card. So I do a quick scan and I see my key card there. What you're going to do in the presence of going, okay, you shuffle these cards, okay, and you're showing the cards like this. What you're going to do is secretly count 10 cards beyond your key card. So I see my key card there and I want to count 10 cards below it. So the easiest way to do this is to push them off in groups of 2. So that would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, okay? And you've now got 10 cards below your key card. Now, you're basically saying, if I do it as I would in performance, I'd say something like, now you shuffle these cards, they are really well mixed, and that was me pushing the groups of 2 off. So now I've got 10 cards underneath my key card. Now you're going to put these back, but you're going to keep a break below. So as I'm putting these back, this is really exposed. I'm going to keep a little finger break below that stack. So I've got the break here at the back of the deck like so. Remember, the break should only be visible from the back of the deck. So it's just the flesh of your little finger going in there like that. It's not the whole finger, right? Just the flesh. So it's nice and subtle. And then you're simply going to cut at your break. What that's done is it's now put your key card 11 cards from the face of the deck. And that's exactly where we need it to position the card in a second. So you spread the cards out, you ask for them to pick a card, they look at the card and remember it, 6 of clubs, perfect. And then you're going to have them place the card back by starting an overhand shuffle. So you're going to start to shuffle cards, you ask them to say stop. When they say stop, they can stop you anywhere. You ask them to place the card back on top of this half, and then these, with your setup, so you remember your setups here, these are just going to get thrown on top. It looks very, very fair and honest. So now you're not keeping any breaks. You spread the cards out. So it looks very, very fair. Okay, and you can actually have the spectator do any single cuts that they want. So you say, oh, just give the cards a few cuts as well, and show them like this. Yeah, and then they will hopefully comply. Now, we just need to cut the deck at the right position. So we do a recap and we say to the spectator, look, you remember when you shuffle these cards at the start? Now immediately I spot my key card. And all I need to do is I need to get a break below the key card. So again, as I'm not doing this and getting a break below like this. So I'd do something like this. You know when you shuffle these cards at the start, you gather them up. I've got my break at the back. So remember my break is below my key card. Okay, like this. And then you just do a single cut. And what that's done is it's now positioned the selected card 11 cards from the top. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we've got the selection there. So the rest now seems very, very fair and random. You say, now you remember when you shuffle the cards at the start and then we took the 3 prediction cards out. These are 3 random cards, okay? Would you like to count these cards or spell them? Now, here's the genius part. If they choose to count, you would turn the cards face up like this. You say, okay, we're just going to add these up together. They're completely random, obviously, but if we add 7 and 3 is 10 and 1 is 11. Okay, and you would count down 11 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You get their card. Okay. If they choose to spell the cards, because you've said do you want to count or spell the cards, if they choose to spell the cards, whichever card they pick, you ask them to pick one, whichever card they pick, put the other 2 on top of the deck. Because you need these 2 to then put it 13 down from the top, the selection 13 down from the top. Have them turn it over, whatever the card is, spell it out, ACEOFDIAMONDS. So they can either count or spell, and they end up with the card. But hold on, McGurk. You promised to tell us how to do this trick from a shuffle deck. So let me explain that, guys. The way that you do this with no setup from a completely shuffle deck is you get the spectator to mix the cards. So they shuffle up the cards like this, and then you say, I'm going to remove 3 predictions. Okay, I've got a feeling about these 3 cards and they're going to be important later. And you go through and remove your ace of diamonds, your 7 of hearts, and your 3 of spades. Then you give them the deck and you say, shuffle the cards, and you go into the rest of the trick from there. And this allows you to go into the trick with no setup. And it doesn't kill the effect at all. It just means that you can go in straight away and you don't have to set things up. Guys, I hope you like the trick. If you like it, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. We do new videos every single week. And if you want to see my most viral tricks on YouTube, check out this playlist next. Thanks a lot, guys. I will see you in the next video.